Troy Aikman and the Dallas Cowboys, Tom Brady and the New England Patriots. 3 of the greatest sports dynasties of all time. We're the 4th. This is the Sports Dynasty Podcast.
Yes, we are. I'm Juan, that is Trevor.
Goddamn right.
Yeah, you already know.
Man.
Follow us down on YouTube. Subscribe, comment, dislike, like, whatever you want. We're on iTunes, Spotify, iHeartradio, and other weird places that I probably shouldn't mention right now. But we're everywhere.
We're on Pornhub too?
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. That's an idea, but I didn't say that. Maybe when we do face cams, maybe I'll put it there.
Okay.
All right, but yes, we're not there.
Please don't edit
At least
that out.
we're not.
Don't edit
I'm not editing that out. Hell no, it's
Don't
funny.
edit it out. Please don't do that.
But we're not doing that. Anyway, back to actual sports. Just follow us. We do stupid jokes like this all the time too.
Yeah.
Hope you guys enjoy that. Anyway, we're finished with week 11 of the NFL season.
This is a very interesting week, actually. I don't know where to begin. Obviously the games. Recap the games.
Let's just go through that really fast. And I mean really fast. And we're going to start. We're going to start with the beating. The most disappointing game of the week. When the Ravens beat the ever-loving crap out of the Houston Texans.
Yeah, it was supposed to be like a rematch from Lamar Jackson and Deshaun Watson from college, Louisville, Clemson, that classic they had a couple of years ago.
Yeah, it wasn't like that at all.
It wasn't like that at all, no. It was a complete beating. Lamar Jackson just beat the ever-loving hell out of Houston Texans. It was bad.
Yeah, they exposed that excuse of a disgusting secondary to the point where it looked like Lamar Jackson can actually throw the football.
Yeah.
When we all know
he can't.
At least the smart ones know he can't. But whatever. He did well. My take for the game is that it really did expose how trash the Houston Texans defense is because Lamar Jackson had an eternity in that pocket. So he better not have messed up any of those throws.
For real. Of course not.
Dude, it was really bad. And then when they finally got through, Lamar Jackson just moved out the way and left. They had 0 shot.
And then people say, oh, the Ravens have a great defense. I'm like, yeah, it's pretty good. But can you understand that the Texans' offensive line is
but ugly, yes.
abysmal? Like, terrible. Like, I don't know where to begin from there. It's like,
yeah, Deshaun Watson had no shot. However, he is not exempt with the fact that he did have a shit game. Like, that fumble he had in the beginning of the game was 100% his fault, and it was egregious. And there's nothing to forgive about that. But he really could have played better. But it was just one of those games where the Ravens said, get off my field now, bitch.
Yeah, made him his bitch and everything.
Yeah, that was basically it. Disappointing. Oh, well.
But they saying that, he's the MVP. I'm like, this is MVP point. It's still Russell Wilson.
Yeah, it's still Russell Wilson, but he is second now. Because he beat my second. So, yeah.
Who the hell, honestly speaking, I didn't know who the hell Gus Edwards was. Like
That's the backup running back.
He destroyed. It's kind of not that hard to do when the Texans D-line is that shit.
Yeah, I had him in fantasy last year, so I know.
Yeah, so I didn't know who he was until right now. But you know what I'm saying.
Next game.
Whatever.
Jaguars at Colts. My Colts obliterate. Yes.
Yeah. This is Nick Folk's game back.
Nick Foles.
He should have been in Philadelphia if what happened to the Eagles that same night. But yeah, this was this a beating that the Colts needed. The Colts needed to get their groove back. Jacoby Brissett, after the injury, came back and did what he had to do.
Yep, he was very efficient. The lines of both teams, the Colts won both of them. That was what this game came down to. I believe Nick Foles was pressured pretty often, and that's a little uncharacteristic for the Colts defensive line because they're not that good, but they were that good yesterday.
Yes.
Or 2 days ago, rather. So.
The Jaguars couldn't stop the run to save their life.
No, they could not.
Jonathan Williams and Marlon Mack both rushed for 100 yards and completely annihilated that Jacksonville D-line.
I have no idea who the hell Jonathan Williams was.
I didn't know Jonathan Williams was until Sunday. But Marlon Mack, obviously, this Colt and the offensive line for the Colts actually gotten better over the years.
Quentin Nelson, the man.
But
the guy.
They still, like I said, now that Brissett is back and they don't have to deal with Brian Hoyer anymore, they can just focus on winning the AFC South because the AFC South is still up for the taking.
They would have almost ran away with it if it wasn't for Brett getting hurt. They probably more likely would beat Pittsburgh, and they would have beat Miami. They have 2 losses only right now.
I agree. They were the 2 seed before they lost the last 2 games, so now, they should be the 2 seed. But right now, let's get back on track because how Houston played. that game coming towards the end of the season between Houston and the Colts.
That's this Thursday.
Oh, coming. Oh, okay. That's gonna. I wish it should be flexed out because that deserves to be.
They're not gonna flex out Thursday.
I know, but that would have been a great game. But we'll see.
Yeah, we will see. Next game, we are going to go through. Falcons shellacked the Panthers now. I don't understand the point of them doing this now. Why now? You already have 7 losses. You're done. Why are you winning all these games now? And Kyle Allen, I was right. You see that? He's trash.
He sucks. You know what? It's a good thing that we make a prediction, we make assumptions, and then I don't mind being wrong. Just some certain thing, I'll be like, listen, I like being wrong when I want to be wrong. This is part of the reasons. Because
Kyle Allen.
Kyle Allen, well, they both suck. So
yeah, they do.
Kyle Allen sucks, and hopefully they hope that Cam Newton comes back because this is not good. And yes, that's true. Why all of a sudden want to kick some ass now? Like, why? Like, so you want to fire the coach at the end of the year? Is that what you're doing right now? Trying to
it's for me not to be right because I had them, and then look, now they're playing the way I thought they were gonna play. You see this bull?
Yeah.
See this bull? They weren't gonna go past Saints anyway. But hey, they beat them. So imagine if they did what I thought they were gonna do. Look at that.
What if they run the table?
So what? They have 7 losses. That's it.
Yeah, and the NFC is over.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can run the table all you want. You're going to be, 8th in the NFC instead of, 13th? Like, nobody told you to be trash from the beginning.
This is terrible.
And the Panthers, told you, good luck drafting. Maybe we'll be something next year. But there you go.
29.
He sucks.
Like, Matt Ryan threw... Like you know what I'm saying? How Matt Ryan looked comfortable. And I'm like, listen, it's not that hard to do when you're playing behind the 8 ball. We're not playing behind the 8 ball no more. He's like, you literally have nothing else to lose. Like, you guys suck. It's over.
Yeah.
You're just wasting.
I love the
time.
people that still try to defend him to this day. And like, no, he isn't shit. And he needs to go.
Calvin Ridley.
Finally.
It only affects you if you're a fantasy owner and you have these people in your team. Then great. You know, you need them to advance in your league. But Calvin Ridley finally showed up. I know a few people that missed the playoffs now. Yeah, Calvin Ridley
sucks.
Finally showed up. Yeah. Julio being wasted, but hey, it's what it is.
It is what it is. I told people to trade him, but he still gets 10 to 15 points.
But the Christian McCaffrey,
he still does his thing.
He did his thing, literally, because everybody else was terrible. And then Kyle Allen, 4 interceptions. You literally do a pick in each quarter. Well, average pick in each quarter, and you threw the ball 50 times. Like, McCaffrey, like what?
Yeah, there's no reason for him to ever throw the ball 50 times.
There's no reason for McCaffrey to only have 11 carries. It's terrible.
Well, y'all suck. Next game.
Yeah.
Saints at Buccaneers. This game went exactly the way we thought it was going to go. And Jameis Winston, goddamn. That's all we're going to say. Like, that's it. Just more Jameis Winston fuckery.
He is the African-American version of Ryan Fitzpatrick. He'll have games where he's really, really, really good, and then there's games where he's really, really, really bad. Where he's complete shit.
I will give you this one though. Both of those picks weren't exactly his fault, especially the first one. Joji Howard sucks. Did you see that pick, dude? Where he tried to do a Steph Curry behind the back assist and threw it right to the defender? Like, what the fuck was that? Dog, what was that? Like, dude, this are you a football player? This is not basketball, you asshole. What are you doing?
I mean, wasn't OJ Howard a former basketball player?
I don't know. He sounds like one, but I don't know.
That's just awful.
But that would have been a good assist if it wasn't basketball.
If it counted, I mean, I'm pretty sure they would called it for illegal forward pass probably.
He's retarded. That was the stupidest thing I've ever seen. I left the house for a minute. Like, it was bad how bad the interception was. It was ridiculous. Well, okay, next game now. Dallas at Lions. This Dallas defense sucks.
It does.
Jeff Driscoll was giving them the business.
209 for 2 touchdowns. He really killed in this game.
Yeah, Bleacher Report doesn't want to work for me, so now I can't see the stats. Interesting. Whatever.
He killed in this game for the most part. But Dak Prescott absolutely destroyed that Lions defense.
He's the 444.
Yeah, he actually destroyed that Lions defense. Actually just carved through them.
Yep. Without Amari Cooper. Darius Slate obliterated Amari Cooper. But Gallup and Randall Cobb, absolutely sensational. And we have something in Tony Pollard. Maybe he should get more reps because Zeke Elliott, no. That's a waste of $90 million right there, which I knew was going to happen.
I mean, it happens to all the running backs. All the running backs that happen too.
Right, like Todd Gurley, but at least his knee broke.
That's sad. You paid someone so much money and it's like, oh, they suck.
At least he was good yesterday, but we'll get to that later. Yeah.
I mean, it's not that hard to do when you. Never mind.
No, you got it. But yeah, the 27 points, like, dude, against a backup quarterback, good, cool, cute.
And it's a game they needed because a lot of people were not confident that they could actually beat the Lions without Matthew Stafford. I don't know. They was like,
I don't know why.
I don't know why people were saying that, but they went out there and they played hard. They almost lost this game too. They
did.
I just didn't like how Matt Patricia basically just said, "Oh, it's 4th and 31. You're down by a score. Listen, man, score. Try to convert. Like we see people convert on 4th and 25. Remember Darren Sproles a couple of years ago with the Chargers?
4th and 29. Yeah.
4th and 29. Come on, go for it. Like I can't stand these coaches be like, listen, it's 4th and 31. We're only down by one possession. Like,
yeah, we got one more year from Matt Patricia before he gets fired. Like
yeah, true. Whatever, fucking idiot.
Well, good luck, Dallas next week. You play New England, so you're gonna be right back where you were 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, tied.
Yep, tied with Philly. Anyway, Broncos at Vikings. Big comeback win for Mr. Kirk Cousins.
I don't know why.
I'm not impressed.
I'm not impressed because it shouldn't have gotten to that point. The Broncos are literally playing just to play. You were down 17-0 to Brandon Allen in the Broncos, Philip Lindsay in the Broncos. Really? That's what we join now? I'm not impressed. I agree. Yeah, Kirk Cousins. Oh, he's come from behind victory. Oh my God.
That's adorable.
Adorable. No.
It's the Broncos.
Dalvin Cook did not have a here. This was a terrible game.
That's probably one of the reasons why it took them so long to get going. But Kirk Cousins was on, luckily, so Kirk Cousins did Kirk Cousins things.
Yeah.
But
Kyle Rudolph and Stephon Diggs did their thing.
Yeah, they did their thing. They carried the
Stephon Diggs with his, of course, he was almost damn near 130 yards receiving, almost.
There was that one beautiful touch pass from Kirk Cousins for that 54-yard touchdown. Beautiful, but absolutely beautiful.
The Vikings go to 8-3. They may have a stronghold, and they're going to go to the playoffs because everybody else sucks in the NFC. Below them sucks. But
I'll keep telling people because the NFC is so good. No, it's not. It's top heavy. After the first 6 teams, everybody else is 5 wins and less. They suck.
20 points in the fourth quarter to win the game, 27-23.
They did them. Broncos blew it.
That's great, but we're not impressed with Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, that Vikings defensive backfield is trash. I don't know what happened to Xavier Rhodes in them. They suck. Carlos Sutton obliterated him. Oh my God. It was a teaching session. It was bad.
It was bad.
Bills or Dolphins? Bills beat the crap out of Dolphins. Cool. Next. Jets
hold on,
what do you have to say about this trash ass game, bro?
Hold on. It wasn't as bad. Yeah, it was horrible. Josh
Allen took the team by himself and won.
Because the Dolphins is just really bad.
Yeah, so let's continue. Anyway,
next.
So now, the real Tank Bowl in Jets and Redskins. The Jets beat the ever-loving crap out of the Redskins, 34-17.
As they should, because had they lost to the Redskins...
Yeah, it was kind of disrespectful. People talking about the Redskins have a chance to win. I'm like, no, they don't. Like, Jets suck, and I understand that. But the Redskins are a different type of suck. They're a Cincinnati Bengals type of suck. Mind you, the Cincinnati Bengals played better this week than the Redskins did.
The Redskins actually think they're good. They really think they're good. They suck. Like, they're really bad.
Horrible. I knew that Dwayne Haskins didn't have a shot. And it's funny because Dwayne Haskins apparently was freaking pleading and begging his offensive line to actually do something for him on the sidelines during the game. That's sad.
That's kind of not fair because... Like he has a tendency of leaving a clean pocket. It's like, yo, listen, a lot of
like most young quarterbacks do.
He's like, I'm gonna try to run out of the pocket. No, man, you making the offensive look bad. I mean, they're bad already, but you're making them look worse. Like, stay in the pocket, throw the fucking ball, and that's it. I mean, listen, that Jets secondary is terrible, but you made them look like nothing. Like, shit, it was terrible.
Yeah, at least Terry McLaurin beat the crap out of him like he's supposed to. That's a good kid. That's a good player.
Yeah, that was a great catch. Great catch by them. Even though they were out of it, he threw a really beautiful pass to him to put them into Jets territory. With even though the game was already over though. But
yeah,
nice highlight though.
But I mean, Geno Smith had doubts like that too. So who cares?
I remember Geno Smith. He's a bum.
Yeah, he was whack.
He sucked.
Next game, Bengals Raiders. Raiders squeak out a victory against Bengals, which I knew was going to happen. Hence why I'm not high on them at all. They're overachieving at this point because they're still in playoff contention.
Of course. Josh Jacobs, I think, broke the record for a rookie running back for Raiders history, passing Marcus Allen.
The beautiful Marcus Allen.
Yeah,
underrated
very
Marcus
underrated,
Allen.
Which gets very disrespected. I don't know why he's so
Screw out Davis. Yeah, I said it.
He's dead.
So? He hated Marcus Allen for no fucking reason.
that's just, that's what I was gonna say, but I can't say it because we may offend people. And
It's too late. If Raiders fans hearing this, they're already mad at me. I don't care.
I don't think Al Davis liked black people in general.
Probably didn't. He probably didn't. He probably low key was like a Donald Sterling, right? Low key. But dude, I always hated him. He was such an overrated owner. I don't understand. Like people loved him. Like for what?
Derek Carr played well. He only had 4 incompletions the entire game.
I like that transition.
Like well. But
he only had 4 incompletions. That's true. You're right.
He had 4 incompletions, which he's thrown more passes than Mitch Trubisky. So that says a lot. So I think with Derek Carr's situation right now, I think John Gruden didn't want his ass. He didn't want him. But the fact of the matter is that
change his mind now.
He may have no choice. But he had no choice.
He's good.
He's decent.
He's good.
He's decent. Listen, he did well. He lucked out. He cashed in those picks from Khalil Mack, and it looks like it's working out for him because the Bears suck. So that's neither here nor there. But we'll see who goes from there.
All right, next game.
0-10.
Cardinals. Yeah, they 0-10. They suck. Cardinals at 49ers.
Now the score is very deflated because
they scored 10 points in like 15 seconds.
Because
the last 15 seconds of the game.
Because the Cardinals had a chance to actually put this game on ice until the defense, of course, falls apart and they give up the go-ahead touchdown to the 49ers with 40 seconds left in the game.
Mm-hmm. Making Jimmy G look like something when he had a pretty egregious pick. I think the second pick wasn't his fault, but the first one was pretty freaking egregious. He's good for that for like a game, right? Like every game, Jimmy G will have a throw that everybody and their mother's like, where in God's name were you throwing at? But then he'll like make up for it most of the time.
With the dot to Deebo Samuel, I believe, that ended the game right there. This is what I understand about the 49ers. The 49ers are good. Yes, they're a good team, but they're flawed. They're good, but they can be beat. Like you struggle with the Cardinals twice in 2 weeks. Almost lost to them both times. It's like,
and ironically, those are 2 games that Jimmy Garoppolo looked like a quarterback.
Yeah.
That's neither here nor there.
That's neither here nor there. But besides that, Kyler Murray, I like what they're doing with this. I mean, I hate the Michael I hate the Raid offense.
I wonder why.
But
they didn't try to throw the ball downfield because he did that the first time they played.
That's what I'm saying.
Completely went away.
I think that Cliff got too conservative towards the end of the game. Like, listen, you don't need to be conservative. You got them on the ropes. Take them out.
This isn't like an 8-1 team, you know.
Like
at the time, they should probably
to take them out.
You know, put a knife in their throat.
Yeah,
this would have been a great statement win for your franchise too.
Yeah, you could have said, right. And then maybe we take Cliff Kingsbury seriously, but we don't. And Kyler Murray, he played well. It's just that
I like him.
I like him. I like him. Before I wasn't too fond of him, I like him. He's
to
good.
me, the Rookie of the Year race is becoming clear as day as Josh Jacobs.
Yeah,
but
run away.
Right now. But I still like the direction with Cardinals going. It would have been really nice if they took one of these 49ers wins.
Yeah.
And what's funny about this game before we continue is the 10-point swing after the touchdown. The defense wound up getting a fumble return touchdown, which made everybody who bet, it made a push on the standings. The spread was 10 for the game. They made exactly that with that fumble return at the end of the game. So anybody who bet for the Cardinals is pissed off.
Lost so much money.
Yeah, pissed off.
First of all, if I was betting the 49ers, I'm like, damn, I lost money. And they said, no, you didn't. You won money. I said, holy shit.
No, it pushed, so you good. Yep.
What a jerk. I'm pretty sure that was intentional.
That was hilarious.
I'm pretty sure that was intentional. That's fucking terrible.
That was hilarious. They didn't have to do that.
They did.
All right, 2 more games left. Bears at Rams. Probably the worst Sunday night football game we've seen in a very long time.
Watched, and we watched it sober.
We did watch it sober, but we'll have sober stories about that in the Patriots episode.
Yeah, Rams.
32 bars, man.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Rams and Bears, probably the worst quarterback performance from both teams I've ever seen in a long time. It was so bad that Mitch Trubisky got benched with 3 minutes left in the game, down by 10.
He did get benched. People were saying that he didn't, talking about a hip injury, quote.
He got benched.
Bull crap. He got benched, and he should have got benched a long time ago and needs to get cut from this team.
He sucks.
He is horrific.
First of all, Matt Nagy, who won the Coach of the Year last year, he's probably kicking himself in the foot, like kicking himself in the ass, like, yo, this guy sucks. And it's making him look even worse.
It's making him look bad. People talking about he needs to get fired. What?
And then the kicker, oh my God, Eddie Pinero, he sucks. He missed every single kick. He missed 0 for 2. He missed every single kick. And I'm like, yo, listen, man, he should have been cut a long time ago. Like, Chicago clearly has a kicking problem. He should have been gone a long time ago.
Almost everybody in the league has a kicking problem in their defense. Like, the only teams who don't have one is, like, the Ravens.
Baltimore, yeah.
Yeah, and he missed a kick yesterday. So
I'd rather have him.
I'd rather him than anyone. He's the best kicker, arguably, of all time.
And Nick Foles, his defense has not fucked up yet.
Yeah, but again, that's for the other show.
But
the Rams did what they were supposed to do. Was I figured they would do. This was a very sloppy, disgusting, non-watchable game, as I assumed it would be, because it had no business being in prime time.
Shouldn't.
And they're going to have a date with Baltimore next week. Good luck.
And
that's Rams, by the way. All right, and the final game, Chiefs at Chargers. I watched a quarter of this and I stopped watching it. I couldn't do it anymore. The Chargers suck.
I watched the fourth quarter. I watched the entire fourth quarter.
Oh, that's by far the most exciting quarter. You've seen that.
And
yeah.
I call a game. I call a game on the bus going home, and I said, yo, when they had the Chargers, the game on the line, to go down the field, which they did, and I had a feeling, yo, he's gonna throw an interception, because the commentary team has a way of jinxing people.
Oh, they're really good at it.
They said, yo, he has 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions, and on the bottom it says he has thrown 6 interceptions in the last 2 games. I said, oh my God, he's on another one. They keep on mentioning it, right? Sure enough, they go down the field. They're in the red zone. Boom. Phillip Rivers.
He tries to throw a jump ball to Austin Eckler, who's probably the shortest bastard on the field.
Easy interception.
And from a guy they were shredding, too. Like, Swanson was getting shredded all game.
This game was in Mexico City. This shows how there was no Charger fans. This was a home game for the Chargers in Mexico City.
Oh, Travis Kelce said that.
It's horrible. It's terrible.
He said he felt there was more fans in this game than were in their actual stadium. I was dying. I was done.
And then he was complaining about the field. Like,
I heard that the field and the altitude was really bad too. Like the altitude there was actually worse than Denver's, which says something.
First of all, my thing is this: last year with the Chiefs and the Rams, they're supposed to be in Mexico City, right?
Yep, the field was so bad. They had to go to
LA.
Yeah.
Maybe you should stop fucking going there. Like, stop going to Mexico City. Clearly, the stadium and the field is not meant for American football. Soccer, yes. American football, no. Stop going there. So that's it. It's fucking ridiculous. And besides, you might as well move the fucking Chargers to LA, to Mexico City, because that was the most chill I've ever seen. And I like how they put the field, like LA Chargers, the field, all LA Chargers, like, oh, this is LA, and all the fans are there. No, it's not. But that wraps up week number 11.
By the way, the Chiefs look very underwhelming.
Yeah.
Just saying.
The fact that they almost blew this game, I mean, that defense is terrible. It's awful.
Yeah.
It's terrible. But Pat Mahomes was very underwhelming in this game.
He was.
Only 182 yards. And he led the team in rushing.
Exactly. This team is terrible.
This team is just terrible. But other than that, they're 7-4. I think they have a date with Oakland coming soon. So that's going to be a game to watch, which they probably will be on Sunday Night Football soon. They probably may flex it out.
That don't mean nothing to me. I'm still picking the Chiefs.
Yeah, to win. Yeah.
They're not going to beat them.
But I'm glad we ended this part of the show, ended this session on Phillip Rivers, because
that's exactly why I did it. I know what I'm doing. So
we're going to take a quick break. We're talking about the 2004 NFL QB class and see what happened there. Okay, we're back. Damn, that was a very, very good break.
It was. It totally didn't last 1 second.
Definitely didn't last 1 second. All right, so lead us on, man. Lead us on.
So, we've seen a very interesting phenomenon this year.
Yes.
The 2004 QB draft class, which consists of Ben Roethlisberger, Eli went first overall, and Phillip Rivers went to the Chargers. They're all
dead.
Looking interesting right now, huh? Like, one of them was benched. One of them arm fell off, and looks like the other one in the Chargers fell off too. Just don't know what they're gonna do about that. Phillip Rivers kind of sucks now. It looks like he's falling off a cliff.
You think? Like,
I'm being nice because I like Phillip Rivers. He was my favorite out of the three.
oh, okay.
And, he sucks now. Ah, man. That's pretty depressing. Because Ben Roethlisberger has a really bad elbow injury in his throwing arm. So it's very safe to say that there's a big chance he will, at the very best case scenario, he won't be the same as he was.
Or he made this call it quits entirely.
Exactly.
And then Eli Manning is just...
he sucks for years.
He sucks for years, but... And this is clearly... He's done with the Giants. He's clearly done with the Giants.
Yes.
And I'd be very interested to see if he gets signed in 2020, which I highly doubt.
As a backup, cool.
Yeah.
So... We may have just witnessed last night the end of the 2004 QB draft class.
Yeah.
Which is pretty sad because I kind of grew up watching these guys. And wow. Mind you, Breeze and Brady are still up and kicking. Yeah. And those threes are gone.
I think the interesting thing about this is because a friend of mine brought it up on Facebook and I was like, hey, that's pretty interesting. He said that Dan Marino, right? Dan Marino, one of the greatest quarterbacks ever out of a championship. Phillip Rivers, if he plays next year, will pass him in passing yards next year if he plays, probably within the next 4 games of next season. And he's saying that Phillip Rivers is not a Hall of Famer. He said Phillip Rivers is not a Hall of Famer. He said his numbers said otherwise. He said his numbers said all right as a Hall of Fame because we play in a passing league. It's more of a passing league. Mm-hmm. Dan Marino did all of that when they were running the ball all the time. So that's phenomenal. And he talked about Ben Roethlisberger and Eli Manning, who have Super Bowl championships. They both have 2 Super Bowl champions each. If those guys don't win those Super Bowls, are they really? Are those four?
Hall of Famers? Eli definitely. Eli's not Hall of Famer to me, regardless.
Yeah, I don't
but
know. Like he is
no, hell no, he's not Hall of Famer. Roethlisberger. It depends. Let's say he doesn't win those Super Bowls. Let's say he lost them. He's still a Hall of Famer. He went 0-3. He still went there 3 times. Let's say Larry Fitzgerald won that Super Bowl and Super Bowl 43. 43. Let's say that they didn't cheat out the Seahawks at all, and they actually lost against the Seahawks in Super Bowl 40.
Which is documented. The game was fixed.
Yeah, and then they actually lost against Aaron Rodgers, unfortunately. So I still believe he still will be a Hall of Famer. Out of the 3, he will be the only one. That's assuming that the Super Bowl things count. Now, Eli, he went to those Super Bowls. He's known for winning those games. So if he went to those Super Bowls and what actually happened was supposed to happen, happened out there, then hell no, he's a Hall of Famer. He lost to the guy he's supposed to lose to.
He's literally a Hall of Famer only because of those 2 Super Bowl rings and who he beat. That's literally why those Super Bowl rings hold weight. And I don't care if people get mad about me, somebody being a hater. Those 2 Super Bowls he beat, those 2 he won, holds
which
weight.
Is stupid to me because I don't think rings have extra weight than other rings. A win is a win. You won the Super Bowl. I don't care who you beat, how you did it, or whatnot. You won the game.
And his last name holds weight too. That's literally why he'll be a Hall of Famer in the NFL's eyes. To me personally, he's not. Like when you lead the league in interceptions 3 times in your career,
I'm saying you probably not even better than your father. Low key,
yeah.
Because his father was in a really bad situation his whole career with the Aints.
Because Phillip Rivers I think him and Eli tied the league for interceptions twice together. But I think Eli has 3 years where he led the league in interceptions. I'm sorry.
Phillip Rivers is better than him. That's not even a question.
I agree. My thing is that now you actually have a question right there and stand for the Chargers, right? When they let go Drew Brees and let Phillip Rivers take the reins for them. Do you think they made a mistake?
I will say no because Drew Brees did have a really bad shoulder injury in his throwing arm. So since they had, the reason why they drafted a quarterback to begin with is for reasons like that. They did what they were supposed to do. Drew Brees wasn't all that good in that team anyway. So who said he was going to beat the Patriots when they, you know what I'm saying? Those 2 times.
But it would have been
who said
it would have been cool to see though Brees and Brady a lot.
It would have been cool to see them in the playoffs. But who said? Sean Payton is every big of a reason why Drew Brees became Drew Brees in the first place. I don't know if he really matched well with Marty Schottenheimer, to be 100% honest. And then Phillip Rivers wasn't even throwing all that much anyway. His prime was after that. His prime was in the beginning of the 2010s. when the team went to dog shit. That was Phillip Rivers' prime. So he was still a baby at the moment. It was his third year when he lost to Tom Brady in 2006. It was his third year playing, and that his first full year starting.
And the team they was kind of like drifting, the running style, play to passing, and LT was still God on that team.
He was MVP.
Yeah, which that's crazy. I mean, I miss LT. He was great.
Yeah,
it's a damn shame.
He was a punk ass to me. Like in that 2007 game when Phillip Rivers played with a ripped knee. He was on the sideline while his quarterback was playing with one knee.
Damn.
Okay?
Yeah.
Like, look, the fact of the matter is, Phillip Rivers, not a Hall of Famer. He's the best quarterback to never make Super Bowl. No crap. But at the end of the day, somebody's against my feelings because me and Dalian don't really click like that. I have a lot of bad things to say about that guy. But anyway, look, the end of the 2004 draft class looking like we've seen it today or yesterday. So, I don't know. It kind of hurts because, again, I've watched these guys growing up, and it's crazy to actually see. I actually got to see their demise now. When just a year ago, Phillip Rivers and Ben Roethlisberger, to an extent, was looking pretty good.
Except for Eli.
Eli's always sucked for the last few years. Since 2017, for the last few years, he sucked. But Roethlisberger was kind of good. He was kind of stupid, but he still was leading the league in yards and all that. And Phillip Rivers looked pretty damn good last year. Yeah. So talk about a cliff.
Yeah, that was bad. And just the way it ended, the way it ended that game, I'm like, damn, he looked so sad. Like, you just blew it.
Oh, I ain't got no sympathy for me. When you suck, you suck.
12-4, wild card win against the Baltimore Ravens last year to get destroyed by the Patriots. To come back y'all was Super Bowl favorites. So y'all went going to the Super Bowl this year, and look at them now. Trash.
Straight trash.
But yeah, that's what I say about that. Rest in peace to the 2004 QB funeral. This is bad.
I should have wore a suit for that.
I should sing the Undertaker song, but I can't sing, and damn.
I don't want copyright claims, so I'm not gonna put
You're
that.
right.
I would have.
Yeah, I should know that by now. I got banned from Facebook on Sunday. So,
yeah, exactly. We don't want no copyright claims, so screw that.
So screw Facebook. Screw Zuckerberg. Those guys.
Okay. Well, that'll be the end of today's show. I'll remind you what I said earlier in the podcast. To follow us, subscribe to us on YouTube, comment, subscribe again, subscribe again. We're also on iTunes, Spotify, iHeartradio. So subscribe to us too. Give us a 5-star rating. Talk to us. We're also on Twitter at Podcast Dynasty. So that's a real way to contact us because it's on my phone. So, so that's a real way to talk to us and really get debates going.
Listen, the NFL is worldwide, so are we. If you got YouTube, we're worldwide. You can see us anywhere on YouTube. So there you go.
Exactly.
Worldwide.
So get on it. And with that said, we love you.
Peace.
Peace out.